Hello, welcome to the video. If you were to ask me what this video is about, I would tell you I don't know. Let's call it a life update because that's all I'm trying to do is figure out my life. I think it's fitting that I'm calling this a lifestyle channel because this is literally just me trying to get through life. And right now, life kind of sucks. It's kind of crazy right now, what with everything going on in the US and I guess in the world too. Like, I get it, the entire world has its issues, but the US right now has just really pissed me off. So, since May is Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm just going to use this video to talk about my mental health a little bit because I'm in such a crazy spot right now and I just don't know how to go through it without figuring out a creative outlet or something that I can do to avoid everything that's going on. But then at the same time, I want to speak up about things that are happening, and it's all really crappy right now. They also just started playing music downstairs right as I was filming this, so if you hear any of that, sorry. You get what you get on this channel, okay? But let's talk about it. The big thing that's on my mind these days is the overturning of Roe versus Wade, which hasn't happened yet, but everyone just keeps saying that it's going to happen, and that's honestly getting scarier by the moment because every time I go on TikTok, they're like, hey, let's face it, it's gonna happen. And living in a time where you believe it's very true is extremely scary. I mean, we're talking about our women's bodily rights being taken away, and then everyone else is just kind of just going about their day. And it's crazy because you have certain people that don't care, people that are fighting against it, and then people that have just like succumbed to it. And that within itself is just like mind-boggling to think that we're in a moment like this in history. To be completely honest, I never thought I would have to deal with something like this. I know that's kind of crazy to say, what with the way society and everything is these days, but women work so hard to get to this point, and now it's just we're completely regressing, and I don't understand with how far we've come. You'd think that we'd be past this by now, but no, we're keeping religion in our laws, and we're so backwards, it's not even funny. I just really wanted to get all of this off my chest because I feel like I can't even be creative or make some other type of video and not address it, because there are people that are addressing it, and then there's so many other people that are just going, about their day, and it doesn't matter to them. But for me, it definitely matters, and this is going to be a channel where we can talk about things like this. We should be talking about things like this. It's what's going on within our society, and we should be understanding what's really happening because it's going to affect everybody. I think I put it in like a TikTok or something, but it's like women are the backbone of the US. Whether you like it or not, whether you believe it or not, women are the backbone. And once you get rid of, or once you try to like silence us, it's not going to go over well. I mean, I'm ready to go protest. I'm ready to do what they had to do years ago, and I'm going to do whatever I have to do to keep my rights. But like I said, I want this to be a channel where we can talk about things like this because it's important to know what's going on where you live. And like I said, I don't feel as creative. I don't feel like I want to make another video without first talking about this. And it kind of leads me into where I want to go with like this channel and everything. And I know I've said it before, but I'm more determined than ever now because I want to make a blog talking about inspirational women, and then I also want to talk about it on here. If you don't like talking about uncomfortable topics such as this, which it shouldn't be uncomfortable, it should just be known that we should have our own rights, but some people just clearly think differently. If you're uncomfortable with that, you don't have to be on my channel, you don't have to watch me, but we are going to talk about things like this, and I want others to feel safe here, that they can talk about it if they want to, because everyone needs a safe space. And that kind of ties into what I was saying about mental health awareness, because mine is just like all the way through the floor, because I don't know what's going to become of my future if things like this keep happening. I feel like we take 3 steps forward as a society, and then we just take like 5 back. it's unbelievable. And it's just something I've been thinking about lately. But really, it's just like me going through the motions and deciding what I'm going to do about it. And like I said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be advocating more for women on here. In turn, also, along those lines, I just feel like I haven't necessarily been my authentic self. I also kind of feel like I'm just making like videos to make whatever, and it's not necessarily like making me happy. I like YouTube and I like making videos. It's just I think I want to make more about what I'm actually interested in, and that actually happens to be quite a few different things. I just want to make videos that are going to make me happy. I'm a very creative person. I feel like I'm a pretty ambitious person. I have decided that I want to work for myself and I want to have my own business eventually. I'm just taking the steps kind of to get there, and I'd like to document it on here. I'm just going to try to figure out how I'm going to make those videos, but there's so many things that I want to try and so many things that I want to do, and I think it's time for me to actually start doing them. Especially if I'm going to advocate for women on here, I want to be an inspiring woman. I want to go after the things that I want, to be completely independent and just strive for my dreams, and that way I feel like I'll be fulfilling my quest on here. So if you see this channel start to shift a little bit, I mean, I know I'm still like a brand new channel, but if you see it start to shift into things that are like really different than I don't know, what you'd be used to seeing, just know that I'm transitioning. I'm just trying to do what makes me happy, and that might include me starting a blog. It might include me getting into my witchy side, because I'm really excited about that, and it just makes me happy and excited to learn and research all about that, and I really want to try. And it's just, I don't know, I want to be a freaking cottagecore fairy, and I just feel like I'm not living my true life right now. I guess you could say that I'm agnostic, because I'm definitely not Christian and I don't necessarily relate to any other religions. I just know that I feel like there is something in the universe, or maybe it's the universe itself, that just kind of has a way of making things plan out the way that they're gonna happen, and I really don't have any control in that unless I just try to like do what I can do for myself. I mean, I do kind of believe in manifestation, and I would like to see if I could maybe grow with that, but we'll see what happens, because I don't believe necessarily that there's an almighty God or anything. I just think that, you know, we're all here and we're trying to do our best, and there is just something about the universe that makes things happen the way they're going to happen. Sorry, this video is going to be a little all over the place, but I don't care. I just want to express how I'm feeling, because it helps me and it helps my mental health when I just kind of explain things, or if I like do journaling or something like that. I'm really into that. I just really want to get more into my hobbies. I mean, you guys can see that I'm obsessed with plants. I love reading. I really want to get back into reading because I've just really fallen away from it. And my aunt, who I'm pretty sure is going to watch this, is always just trying to get me to read more, and so I really need to take a page out of her book and actually do that. But I'm super into cosplay, and I really want to try like crazy activities. I mean, there's this thing called, I think it's the Sire Wheel or something like that. I want to do that. I want to do that so bad. I also want to take up pole dancing, because I think it's a great fitness routine, and it just kind of helps you connect with like your inner feminine self, and I think that's really important, and I think it would be really fun. I love having like hidden talents that people don't know about until you just like say them one day, and then they're like, oh my gosh, they're super interested in it, and I think that's really fun. I just want to actually start doing things rather than say that I'm going to do them, because that's gonna get me nowhere. I want to showcase my art on here because I'm an artist. It's so hard to say. I have imposter syndrome, but I love creating art, and people have already been so supportive of me, especially with my Etsy, and I can only imagine if I actually do more of it, where it's going to go. So that's a really exciting prospect for me. I really just think it's going to help me be a better me. I want to learn to be a better ally. I want to understand people more. That's why I would love to actually get to, I don't know, an amount of followers that we could actually converse, and it would just be so beneficial to have those conversations on here. But I've always just kind of felt that I kind of hide in the shadows, and I think this channel is going to help me kind of come out of that shell, because a lot of people know me as kind of like an outgoing person or an extrovert, but the thing is, I feel like I'm still just not doing things to my full potential, and I can only imagine how I'm going to feel if I actually do. I want to strive for that. So I think that doing all of my favorite things on here that are going to make me happy is really going to help with that. And that's it. I really just want to be happy. I want to be my authentic self, and I don't want to have to like prove myself or anything. I just want to be me, because when someone is just being authentically themselves, those are the people that are the happiest and that everyone wants to be around too. So I think that that's the path that I want to go down. But I want to dance more. I want to learn how to actually sing. I want to get to my goal weight. I just want the things that I want. And there's nothing wrong with that. I just actually have to do it. I want to learn how to play the violin that I've been saying that I'm going to learn to play for like 2 years now. And I also have other instruments that I want to learn how to play. And I want to get back to music, like I said I've been trying to do. I don't know what my plan is for that yet, but I actually want to do it. And I just want to be this whole like well-rounded person in my own eyes, and I'm not there right now. And I know people say things like, oh, you're never going to be like completely like what you want to be. I don't believe that. I know that I can do these things, and I just really need to, I hate saying apply myself because I feel like I'm back in like school or something, but I just need to actually do them. I need to find it within myself to figure out how I'm going to do all of this stuff, because they also say like one person can't do everything. I challenge that. I want to do everything. I just want to be this interesting, mysterious person that everyone's like, wow, oh my gosh, how does she do all that? I don't know. Seriously though, I want to have fun with my life, because you only have one life, right? And even if the US is going to try to take away, my rights and stuff, I'm still going to live my life as best I can, because who knows how long it's really going to be. So there's that. So I think this was just a long-winded video to say that I want to be myself. But, everyone has to start somewhere, and I just wanted to let you guys know that you might be seeing kind of weird videos on this channel. If you think it's weird, then you don't have to stick around, but if you like it, please stick around and please subscribe. That would be awesome. I'm really gonna try to take this somewhere and actually make something of my life, because right now, I have this job, but I want to do other things with my life. I want to have my own business, like I said. I want to do the things that make me happy, especially because the world right now is so crazy, and we could all use a little happiness. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But thank you for listening to me rant. I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm a person that if you want to come and talk on here, we definitely can. Just please be respectful always, but you're more than welcome to be on here and express your opinion. I mean, that's all my channel really is just me as one person just expressing, how I'm going through daily changes in my life, and what my opinions are on things. I would also like to believe that as long as I'm doing the things that I love, the things that I have to do to keep myself alive will not feel as burdensome. The things that I have to do to keep myself alive won't feel so stressful, which I'm talking about is the job that I have now, and then I'm also looking into getting hopefully like a remote job, because like I said, I've just realized that I think I'm going to do better if I just work for myself, and I have my own business, and I'm working towards that right now. But in the meantime, I do have to have something to get me by, and what I have right now is fine, and I'm always looking for something else. That's just kind of how I am. But if I do find something, I don't want to be one of those people that's just like a total like workaholic. Even though, you know, in this economy, you kind of have to have like at least like 2 jobs to get by. It's just kind of crazy. But hopefully that'll be able to turn into, you know, working for myself eventually. Maybe selling my crafts and seeing how that goes. And hopefully I'll be able to support myself in that way in the future. It all just really depends on me. I have to be brave enough to go after the things that I want to do. And, you know, it's not the easiest thing. I mean, look at this. I had to make a whole video just kind of for myself, telling myself that I can go out and do this. I mean, people tell me all the time that I can do it, but it's just something within myself. I don't know if it's I'm afraid of failure or if I'm afraid of success. I think it's that I'm afraid of success. But I think I'm afraid of people seeing me differently, and there's no reason for that because, like I said, I think that people should change, and not everyone does, but you know, I shouldn't care about their opinion. I want to be like this for myself, and that's all that really matters. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I hope that this inspires you guys to be yourself too, because if you stick around long enough, we can do this together, and we'll see how we turn out. Keep your head up, keep doing you, and just being who you are. That's the most important thing, I think, and I'm finally starting to realize it, and I just wanted to get that point across because, like I said, I'm saying it for myself as well, and I just really want to start living like that from now on. So I'm gonna start actually doing it. So anyway, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll see you in the next video. Is that all I wanted to talk about? Oh, I hope so.